Flickers.
Hello, I'm Steven.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are Flickers.
Flickers.
And we are finally going ahead and reviewing the sequel to The Shining, Stephen King's Dr. Sleep. So you want to go ahead and begin? What did you think?
It definitely took me for a whirlwind. It's kind of hard to put it into words. It's definitely a Stephen King movie. I loved that they incorporated little elements from The Shining, and that last act was just
It was nuts.
absolutely phenomenal. I know a lot of people have not been enjoying it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a great story, a great sequel, and great acting. And honestly, the cinematography was great too.
Yeah, for what I've been seeing, it's been kind of like right down the middle. You either absolutely love the film 100%, or you're just kind of like, what just happened? So, once again, I don't want to spoil anything, of course. I mean, if you read the book, then you already know what happens. But Stephen King wasn't a fan of Stanley Kubrick's version of The Shining. He just wasn't. So, I did read from the director that basically he was making the sequel to The Shining, which was what Dr. Sleep is, the book. But at the same time was acknowledging basically the parents of the story with the iconic visuals that Stanley Kubrick's Shining set in everyone's mind. So it is a sequel to Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, but at the same time it's also not. So you will feel that the atmosphere doesn't feel like it's the same one because it is its own movie, which I really liked a lot. But it literally keeps in account all the things that it is continuing on in the most beautiful, perfect ways possible. All legitimately, no CGI stuff going on. But just a heads up for some people who like horror movies but kind of draw a line when it comes to like kids. There's some pretty rough stuff in the movie, but the movie itself is actually not visually violent at all. It's more atmospheric.
Yeah.
It's more the characters that you're dealing with. It was very compelling. 2.5 hours long. I was held the entire time. And once again, I always put a movie as a good movie if it makes me want to continue it to the end of it every time I watch the movie. This is one of those movies, I believe, that you watch it because of the ending. You want to get to the end because of how everything, the showdown, it's great. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor did an incredible job.
Absolutely.
And then the villain in the movie also did a great job as well. I think she did a good job. So what would you personally rate it?
Personally, keeping everything in mind, the cinematography, the acting, the storyline. Obviously, the storyline's Stephen King, but and then also, like you were saying, with the all the allusions to Stanley Kubrick's without being like trying to imitate Stanley Kubrick. I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5 slates just because I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'd watch it again. I want to buy it. I'd put it up there kind of with like it chapter 2 sort of thing.
I am completely right with you on that one. This was a great movie. It wasn't a completely perfect film, but it was everything that I was actually hoping it would be and a little bit more. For me at least, because I didn't read the book, but I knew that we were going to be in for a ride because I love the Stephen King just universe, and every story he writes is always so compelling. Good characters, good different kind of parallels in life, and this one I knew was going to be wild, and it was. So I would definitely 100% agree. 4 out of 5 slates would be the perfect rating for this one, and we do want to own it, and it was great. I would watch it again, 100%.
Absolutely.
So our next movie we're reviewing will be Emilia Clarke's Last Christmas. So stay tuned for that. We'll go ahead and do that here shortly. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please.
Yes, please.
And we'll catch you soon, Flickers. Bye.
Flickers.